Hello sir, have a nice day. I am Dr. Sastri Prasad Shukla, working as a assistant professor in Adigrat University, Ethiopia, Africa. Today I will discuss about the introduction of plant tissue culture and this application. What is the application of plant tissue culture? Actually, the concept of tissue culture came from the cell theory, which is given by Schleiden and Schwann in 1838, that all these cells are the structural and functional unit of living organism. The metabolically they are active. They have the inherent genetic capacity for the regeneration of a whole plant. That was the known as totipotency. So totipotency is the main concept behind the plant tissue culture. The totipotency is the ability of any somatic cell for the regeneration of a whole plant. So after this theory, this theory was the main breakthrough for the inception of plant tissue culture. To Haberland proposed first time plant tissue culture. Tissue culture is the technique whereby the small piece or a organ isolated from a plant and grown aseptically under controlled environmental condition, or solid, semi-solid or liquid media in controlled environmental condition means controlled temperature, controlled light, controlled humidity, controlled moisture, on solid, semi-solid and liquid media. The whole concept of tissue culture depends upon the exploitation of totipotency. So for the first time, this was the proposed by Haberland, and after this, Panchanan and Maheshwari initiated this technique in India. There are 5 stages in plant tissue culture. First is preparatory stage, second is initiation stage, third is multiplication, fourth is elongation and proliferation, fourth is acclimatization, and fifth transplantation, where we are collecting explant for the regeneration of a whole plant. Explant means pieces of the tissue, pieces of the organ, that is the explant. And then multiple initiation. Initiation means inoculation of the explant in nutrient media. Nutrient media means there are several media like Murasi and Skog media, Linz-Meyer and Skog media, Parker and Thompson media, White media, Knopf media, Knudsen media, Hildebrand media. There are lots of media, but among all, Murasi and Skog was found ideal medium for the most of the plant. So first stage, preparatory stage, that is preparation of the explant. Second, initiation stage means inoculation of the explant in MS media. Then multiplication of the explant. Then elongation and proliferation. Then acclimatization, rooting, then acclimatization and transplantation. Main thing is the composition of the media. This is the main R&D in plant tissue culture. Because one plant, like the choice of a plant is different from other plant. Like our diet. Some people are vegetarian, some people are non-vegetarian. Some people like spicy food. Like that. Plants also like that. For example, whatever the requirement for bamboo, it is not required by tomato. The formulation is changed. So that is the matter of R&D. So basic components of the media is, first is organic salts, second is inorganic salts, third is amino acids, fourth growth hormones. Growth hormones means there are 5 types of hormones: auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, abscisic acids, and ethylene. Mostly auxins is responsible for rooting, and cytokinin is responsible for shooting. But the grid of the ratio of auxin and cytokinin is responsible for the organ culture. So first organic salts, second inorganic salts, third growth hormones, vitamins, amino acids, agar, that is the gelling medium, pH, which is also necessary, that is hydrogen ion concentration. So this is the main composition. Water, that is the main sugar, that is the source of carbohydrate, because plants are not able to photosynthesis in dark or in culture medium. So that's why we are providing carbohydrates in the medium in the form of sucrose. So multiplication, for multiplication and initiation, media formulation is important. Then rooting. For rooting, mostly we are using oxygens. And in oxygens, there are two types of oxygens, natural oxygens and synthetic oxygens. Natural means IAA. Synthetic, there are lots of NAA, 2,4-D like that. So we are using the ratio of the cytokine and oxygens for organogenesis. Then hardening, acclimatization is very important because the temperature and the humidity is very controlled condition. It is in very controlled condition. So it is not good to transfer immediate in the atmosphere. Before that, we have to harden the plant, in vitro raised plant. Hardening is very necessary. Hardening for about, it is depend upon the plant. It vary plant to plant, but hardening mostly 1 week or 2 weeks. It is necessary before the transplantation in the field. There are 5 types of plant tissue culture. First is organogenesis, second is chylogenesis, third is isogenesis, fourth is somatic embryogenesis, fifth is nucleus embryogenesis. There are lots of types. Organogenesis means regeneration of the plant through organ culture. Organ culture means the regeneration of the plants through nodal segment, internodal segment, apical meristem, root apex, shoot apex. That is the organ culture. Second is chylogenesis. Chylogenesis means regeneration of the plant through chylous culture. And what is chylous? Chylous is undifferentiated mass of cell. So when we are regenerating the plant through chylous culture, that is known as chylogenesis. Then rhizogenesis. Rhizogenesis is the regeneration of the plant through root culture. Somatic embryogenesis, regeneration of the plant through somatic embryo. And nucleus embryogenesis, regeneration of the plant through nuclear embryo. Androgenesis, that is pollen grain culture. When people want to production of haploid plant, we can regenerate the plant through anther culture. That is known as androgenesis. Androgenesis, it is very important because haploid, we can regenerate haploid plant, single set of chromosome. And the main application of haploid plant is we can regenerate homozygous plant. There is no variation. Mostly through chylogenesis, somoclonal variation found. Sometimes it is very harmful, sometimes it is advantageous. So it is the matter of chance. But if we want micropropagation, true to type production, organ culture is best. First application of plant tissue culture is micropropagation. We can produce a huge amount of plant in a limited place and shorter time. We can produce a garden from a flask. It is not possible through conventional method. So, micropropagation is the best way. Several commercial tissue culture entrepreneurs, multinational companies. I was also in Jain Irrigation System, Jalgaon. And where they producing 2 crore plants through tissue culture of banana. So, first is micropropagation. Second, disease-free plant. We can produce disease-free plant through apical meristem culture. Even from infected plant, we can produce because apical meristem is free from virus or carry a very low concentration of virus. What is the reason behind this? Because in apical meristem there is no plasmodesmata and oxygen level is very low, very high, metabolic activity high and lack of plasmodesmata. That's why virus not transmitted from one cell to another cell. So apical meristem is the best way for the production of disease-free plant. Third is secondary metabolite production. We know there are 2 metabolites in plant, primary metabolite and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolite directly responsible for the life process of the plant. For example, transpiration, guttation, photosynthesis, everything. But secondary metabolites, they behaving as a defense system in plant. They are not directly involved in the life process. They acting as a defensive mechanism in plant. That's why secondary metabolite play a significant role in the survival of the plant. And we can exploit secondary metabolite for the production of pharmaceuticals, drugs through suspension culture. For example, atropine from Atropa belladonna, serpentine from Rauwolfia serpentina, gingobil, Bithania somnifera, several medicinal plants. When I was DST scientist in CIMA Lucknow, I was engaged in the R&D process of Vinca minor and Catharensis rosea and compound through suspension culture. So production of secondary metabolite is also a very important application of plant tissue culture. Conservation of rare, endangered and threatened plant. That is also a very important aspect of plant tissue culture. If you categorize the whole plant, we can categorize in 5 categories: threatened, near to threatened, endangered, critically endangered, and extinct. So we can conserve all the critically endangered plants through plant tissue culture via multiplication of the plant in the form of DNA bank, gene bank. In this technique, people are using in NBPG or Delhi also. So we can conserve rare, endangered and threatened plant through plant tissue culture, through by multiplication of the plant, by the micropropagation of the plant, and through in the form of gene bank. So this is the major application of plant tissue culture. Fourth application of plant tissue culture: regeneration of the plant, micropropagation of the plant, secondary metabolite production, production of disease-free plants, production of clonal propagation, homozygous, true to type production. It is possible through tissue culture. Synthetic seed. Those plants who lack seed, it is very difficult to propagate in nature. So, through tissue culture technology, we can produce synthetic seeds of that plants, and we can regenerate a garden from a flask through synthetic seed. Multiplication of a specific genotype, specific sex plant. It is only possible through tissue culture. Photoplast fusion. Photoplast fusion, we can regenerate a variable plant, a genetically variable plant through photoplast culture. In photoplast culture, through the fusion of 2 protoplasts, we can regenerate a new variety. So photoplast fusion is also important aspect of plant tissue culture. Hybridization, the fusion of the cytoplasm of 2 plants and nucleus of 1 plant. Cytoplasm of 2 plants and nucleus of 1 plant. This technique is known as hybridization. This is also very important aspect of plant tissue culture. So we can regenerate a new variety through tissue culture, through protoplast fusion and hybridization. Transgenic plant, production of transgenic plant. Transgenic means production of the transgenic plants means trans means foreign. So the regeneration of the plant through the insertion of a foreign gene with desired trait, that is known as transgenic plant. So through tissue culture technology, through agrobacterium mediated transformation, we can produce transgenic plants. So this is the major aspect of plant tissue culture. So I think it is the basic introduction of plant tissue culture, and I think, friends, it will be useful for you. Thank you so much.